What's happening, party people? Welcome to Punchboard Party. My name is Daniel, and this is another one-take hot take, this time about Voidfall. So a quick word about these one-take hot takes before I get started. I do these videos because my other videos are often highly edited. There's a lot of me whooshing around, zooming in, jump cuts, that kind of thing. And I like to have some content on my channel that's just me hanging out, hopefully so that you can get to know me a little bit better, get a better feel for who I am and what I'm like when I'm not just jumping around. The other reason I love to do these one-take hot takes are that just things come up in our hobby that are really cool, and I just want to jump in and talk about them straight away as soon as I can. And so that's what happened tonight, actually twice. So we got a new expansion for Between Two Castles, Mad King Ludwig, which I did a video about, so you can check that out here. And we have this announcement that Nigel Buckle is designing a new game called Voidfall with David Turczi. And I intentionally announced the designers that way because online David Turczi is being adamant that when people are referring to this as a new David Turczi game, he is being so adamant that this is a Nigel Buckle game. Co-designed, of course, but this is Nigel's dream. In 2014, Nigel designed a game called Omega Centauri, which was a space exploration kind of game, and it was one of David Turczi's favorites, and so now they've collaborated to kind of design sort of a sister game or a cousin game, if you will. He didn't say that outright, but that's the sense I got from the dialogue. But let's talk about Voidfall itself. The ambition here is to design a 4X Euro game. So it's going to have everything that a 4X game does really well, and it's going to have everything that a Euro game does really well. So lots of theme, combat, really immersive exploration, coupled with low luck, lots of meaty decisions, some interesting mechanics to get your head around. And so this is something I'm really interested to see. Are they going to be able to hybrid 4X and Eurogame together? So down in the comments below, tell me what you think. Are you more drawn towards the 4X style game, so your Twilight Imperiums, your Eclipses, that style of game? Or are you more into your solid, mainstream Euro game? You know, your Zolkin, or your Teotihuacan, or your Tucano, designed by David Turczi as well. So, what do you gravitate towards? Tell me in the comments below. So there are two really cool things about Voidfall. So there's the whole idea that this is going to be a 4X and Euro game kind of combined, trying to get the best of both worlds. Another best of both worlds attempt that this game is chasing is that you are going to be able to play this game solo and or cooperative, as well as competitively. And so however you choose to play this game, you're going to be able to. You're going to be able to play this with a bunch of people around the table, in sort of getting your friends together and amassing giant armies and going to war with each other, or you're just going to kind of hang out by yourself doing other tasks and engaging in traditional Euro mechanics to net you the victory. Or you can just cooperate with your friends and fight against the void, or whatever they're calling it, fight against the villain. Or you just play this competitively. So cooperative, competitive, Euro, 4X, whatever you want it to be, this game is going to be it. So again, in the comments down below, please tell me what you feel about a game being both cooperative and competitive, and how that works for you in other games that you've played that have tried this. And do you think that this is something that games should continue to try and do? Or should games try and do cooperative really well and competitive really well? Or do you think that it works, that a game can be both really great cooperatively and really great competitively? Let me know. So in the discussion around this game since it's dropped, there's been a major concern that I've noticed, and it has to do with the fourth X in 4X. So if you don't know, and I have to look at my paper because I always forget. So the 4X's in 4X games are explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. And so there's been a lot of conversation around exterminate. So because this game is supposed to cater towards 4X gamers and traditional Euro gamers, there is concern around exterminate. Why? Because traditional 4X gamers, by and large, and this is huge generalization, so don't jump down my throat if you don't fit into this category, but generally 4X gamers really like the idea of amassing big fleets and big armies and going to war against their friends, their opponents. Whereas traditional Euro gamers, by and large, like to play peacefully, like to do their own thing. Of course, some interaction, like worker placement spaces blocking one another, maybe gaining resources that other players now have to pay more for, whatever the case may be. There are little bits of conflict, but by and large, doing your own thing and seeing if you can do your own thing better than your opponents can do their own thing. And so don't like to fight too much, don't like to conflict, sometimes don't like the feeling of screwing up someone else's plans when we're working so hard to amass resources or money, whatever the case may be. So Euro gamers traditionally don't like conflict in their games, 4X gamers traditionally like conflict in their games. And so with trying to make a 4X game with exterminate that caters to both parties, what's the conflict going to be like? So we know that the conflict is going to be deterministic, so it's not going to be dice rolling. There's going to be some sort of Euro mechanism that allows you to battle, so that's going to be appealing for the Euro gamer, of course. But now, if somebody doesn't want to fight or doesn't like the conflict in games, they're going to be able to avoid that and do well. And David Turchi and Nigel say, yes, you can. But they also say that there is battle in this game, you're gonna go to war, and you will be rewarded if you build up a big fleet. And so I'm interested to see how this actually plays off, or if one of those dimensions overshadows the other. So again, in the comments below, tell me what you think, how you feel about conflict in your games. Do you like conflict in your board games, or would you rather not bother one another and kind of just outwit one another using the mechanics in the game? So let me know, conflict or no, down in the comments below. So Voidfall, it's trying to do a lot. It's trying to be a lot of things for a lot of people. And I wouldn't have much confidence in a game that's trying to do this, except for the fact that this is coming to us from a really great design team, as well as tried and true production company that is Mindclash Games. Mindclash Games, they've done Anachrony, they've done Cerebrium, they do these really big Euro games that have this just production value through the roof and just looks beautiful and just really draws you into the experience of the games that they produce. And so because this is in the hands of Mindclash, I have no worries. I think this is going to be a home run. They're going to knock this ball out of the park, and we are just going to be the grateful recipients of a really cool game. So, party people, let me know down in the comments below how excited you are for Voidfall, and if you think this hybrid style of game is going to work, and if you are going to enjoy it yourself, or if you feel like your needs as a board gamer might not be met by Voidfall. So until next time, party people, have the best day.